What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we've just got a really quick little video on some rumors floating around out there on when the Battlefield 2042 beta could actually be taking place. Now, I want to make it clear that this is all just speculation. There's no official word as of right now, and so as always, when it comes to these sorts of leaks and rumors, be sure to take all of this with a grain of salt, as speculation does not equal confirmation. Before we get into it, if you guys are new around here and you end up enjoying the video, then do consider subscribing and turning on those notifications so that you don't miss out on any upcoming Battlefield content. There is plenty of exciting stuff on the way, but with that being said, let's get stuck right into it. So, like I said, there's been a fair bit of speculation over the last couple of days since the release of the game has been delayed, and notable leaker Tom Henderson has had his say on when he thinks the new beta dates will be. Now, just for context, he has already been wrong on the beta dates more than once as far as I know, but I think for the most part he does seem to have some pretty credible sources, as he has also been correct on a lot of different things. So it is definitely possible that he's right, but he could also just as easily be wrong. Tom seems to think that the beta will be on the 6th of October for early access, so those who pre-ordered the game, and then the 8th for everyone else. And considering the game has been delayed, it would make sense that the beta has actually been delayed just slightly as well. And so to me, this date does seem to be very plausible, whether that ends up being the case or not. Adam Freeman, who is the lead community manager on Battlefield, did also say in one of his threads on Twitter that new dates for the open beta will be shared later this month. We likely won't share those dates today or tomorrow, and I'll give you further heads up next week. So the fact that they have confirmed we'll hear about the beta later in the month almost makes it feel like it will be in October, unless maybe they just tell us about it next week and then it takes place the final week of September. But it is definitely leaning towards being in early October if I had to guess myself. But then again, I've also guessed wrong about 3 or 4 times on the beta days myself, so that means absolutely nothing at the end of the day. Now, while this is a little bit sad that the beta has likely been delayed as well, I think it actually makes sense just so that they can actually get everything sorted and make sure that they don't create any more problems for themselves. But I do hope they decide to do it earlier rather than later. One issue that many of us in the community had with the initial rumors of the beta being on the 22nd of September is that it only left about 3 weeks between the end of the beta and the launch of the game, leaving them pretty much no time to actually implement any feedback or fix any issues that took place in those beta tests, essentially just making the beta a demo rather than an actual test of the game and the servers in order for them to make improvements. Well, with the game now being delayed by a month, this hopefully means that we can still get the beta probably 4 to 6 weeks before the game launches, which would actually leave enough time to implement, or at least start to implement, some of the feedback given to them by the community, and therefore that would result in an even better end product when the game launches. So there is, weirdly enough, a lot of positives to the delay. It's just a matter of whether or not they actually make the most of those advantages or whether they let them go to waste. My hopes are definitely that the beta launches sooner rather than later. Early to probably mid-October is probably the latest that I'd like them to leave it, so that they can implement that feedback, and with the delay allowing more time for polishing as well as allowing time to actually implement the feedback on top of that, it's almost killing 2 birds with 1 stone in that they get 2 positives at once from that delay. So I really do hope that they go down that path. Either way, Freeman did say that we'll hear more about the beta later on this month, so I'd expect to hear some news on that either this week or next week at the very latest. And so be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and turn on those notifications, as I will be making videos on any news that we get leading into the launch of the game. That is going to do it for this one though. If you guys do want to support the content that I make here on YouTube, then consider becoming a channel member. But with that being said, thank you all very much for watching. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you all out there on the battlefield.